Hey everyone, it's Yuri here with the Bekavac team, and we're just sending our monthly updated real estate market update to all our subscribers. We're doing this on a monthly basis, and all to our clients and stuff. We send this out to. So I want to break this down to everyone what's happening in the market. It's the September real estate market update. I know we're in October, but we always do it the month prior to giving a breakdown of what's happening in the real estate market. Just want everyone to understand that this is a clump of homes in general, what they get, and they give this clump of all the homes together and they get a stat and they bring out these stats. So every pocket's different in the real estate market where you're going from Burlington to Oakville, the areas we're in, Mississauga and Toronto, and even Milton area. So every pocket's different. So you can look at the stats at whole. What they do is they clump it all and they give us a breakdown. So we're going to give this breakdown to all you guys today, starting with the Toronto real estate market as a whole, which is the hub. And then we're going to go out to basically the Halton area from Burlington. We're going to go to Oakville, Milton, and the Peel area to Mississauga, giving you a breakdown. But this is everything clumped, so just take that into mind. Every home is different. Every pocket in every area from Burlington, there's different pockets where homes are worth a lot more. Same in the Oakville area, Mississauga, and Toronto, and in Milton area. I just want you guys to understand that. So this is an overall picture. So we're going to break this down to you in overall. So we know in real estate, the GTA sales has increased. Home sales in the Greater Toronto Area, they have rose at 8.5 year over year from September 24. We're going to walk you through these numbers. And homes, homes in general, sales have reported through Toronto Real Estate Board, right? So remember, this is where we're getting the stats from too, right? They are up from September, right? We have 49,000 from 4,600 from September 23 conditions, right? So buyers have taken advantage of this, remember, because it's more affordable with these conditions due to lower interest rates and they reduce the prices, the home prices themselves. Borrowing costs also have improved with mortgages, and lender guidelines have attracted more of the buyers, right? Including first-time home buyers we're starting to see coming back into the market. So let's walk you through this. I'm going to break down these numbers for you right now, and if you do have any questions, just reach out to here. We'd love to help you out. So let's go break this down right now. So here I'm going to break down the numbers for you guys here. This is the market watch that we're pulling from the TRREB market, and it is September stats. So as I was telling you, as a whole, sales activities that you can see in the right-hand screen here, they have gone up from last year. We have 4,996 sales activity from last year. As you can tell, it's about 4,600. So they have come up. Even the average price itself, it's a little bit lower than last year, as you can tell. It's still at 1.1 million, and the other one's just a little over 1.1 million, 1,118,000. So it's a little bit down from last year. So we'll go year over year sales over here, as you can see. 2024, as we just spoke about, that's a big change, about 8.5 difference change on sales activities. New listings, we've seen a lot more new listings that have come up too in the market. I think buyers are trying to get into. There's a lot of people trying to get into. The rates are coming down, or renewal for the mortgage too, we're starting to see. And you can see new listings are up over 10%. Active listings themselves from last year to this year, it's 25,000. And that's a big jump from 2023. We're looking at 35% change in that. So something to keep an eye on. In the average price we just went over to itself. Days on market too, they have gone up from last year. We're looking at about 43 days on market. So something to keep an eye on. We're going to walk you through here also, as you can see, the sales activity, and we'll break them down. This is everything clumped. We get the 416, the 905. I'm going to break that down to a little less charts so you get a better understanding. But detached homes, as you can tell, there's about, in the 416 area, the sales from September, almost 600 have gone. The average price for that in the 416 area is almost close to $1.7 million. The 905 area, which it's taking the Peel area, and you're looking at the Halton area too, clumping in is about 1,800 sales activities, and the average price that we're looking at is well over 1.3. Definitely. So that's for detached homes. Semis themselves, we can see, we'll just go to the price area. I think that's what everyone's looking at. It's with the price itself. The 416 area, we're dealing with, it's about 1.3 million for semis. And the 915 area, you're definitely looking just a over $900,000 for semis. Townhomes themselves, basically, you can see on average, they're looking at the 416 area about hitting the $1 million mark, and in the 915 area about 900,000 themselves. Condos themselves too, we're seeing slowly starting to pick up selling, but there's a lot more listings. Definitely, you're starting to see the 416 areas on average 700,000 for a condo. Guys, remember this is all clumped in. They're all different. We're just clumping in as an average price, and the 915 area is about $600,000. As you can see here, the sales activities, we went over 10% difference from this year than last year, and same thing with the 905 area. We're going to go through the price average itself. They have dipped in the 416 by a little over 2%, and the 905 area, you're looking, just didn't take much of a drop from last year. Semis themselves have gone up a bit in price, and we see a bigger demand with the semis in towns in general. They have gone up in price a bit. 905 area, 2% dip. These are price ranges you can definitely see. Townhomes themselves, 0.71% in price. The 905 area, they have dipped a little bit, 4.7% from last year, year over year. The condos themselves, 3.5% dip, and the 905 area, 4.5% price dip there. So something to keep an eye on. And that's what we're walking through. I'm going to start breaking them down in every region, like the Halton area, Burlington, Oakville, and Milton, and we'll go to the Peel area itself right now, so we can take a look at that. So I just wanted to say something here also. I know the president of TRREB, though, basically Jennifer, just reiterating what she's saying. She stated that home prices, sales are expected to rise steadily with the population growth. And further, with the interest rate cuts are happening. We're going to hear a big one coming up at the end of the month, towards next week, actually, what's going to happen with the rates there. But something to keep on. It's a higher light. We're looking at the current market conditions. So the benefit the buyers, right? There's more supply there, and then there's some price flexibility with buyers. So if I were buyers, it's a good time to get in the market and looking to make a purchase of the home. We don't know with the rates if they're going to come down. We know from the past that rates go down, prices go up, but we'll wait and see, right? Don't hold me on that. Well, here we go. I'm going to take you through the breakdown here. Basically, we're going to go with all the regions here, and I highlight them right now with my mouse. But on detached homes right now, this is the whole TRREB, what they were grabbing. We went through this. But in the Halton area itself, detached homes on average, remember every pocket's different, but you're looking roughly 1,450,000 on a detached home, which year from last year has dipped a bit, almost about 3.45%. And you're looking this single detached. These are semis on average in the Halton area, looking about $1 million. They've dipped from last year about 2%. Townhomes themselves, you're looking at almost about $800,000, and they've dipped about over 5% in price. And this is Halton itself, and I'll break down the Burlington and Milton and Oakville area too, just on a high level. And looking at condos themselves, as you can see, they've dipped on 5%. You're looking at 600,000. Underneath here's the Burlington area. We can see that detached homes on average are over 1.3 million. And that from last year in Burlington, it's a little bit dip of 0.15%, not nothing major there. Semi detaches looking over 900,000, close to the million mark there. They've dipped by 0.56%, sorry. And townhomes themselves, we're looking at about $750,000 for a townhome in the Burlington area, and you're looking at roughly from last year, we're looking at percent dip in the price of about 4%. A little over 4% there, as you can see. It's a bigger dip there. And condos themselves, just under $600,000 mark, and you're looking over a 3% dip in price from last year. The Milton area, if you scroll down here, we got the prices here, a little over 1.3 million. It's from last year of 4% dip in price. The semi-detached homes, 930,000. You're looking over close to 4% dip there from last year alone. And the townhomes, $771,000, roughly what they're going for, and a well over 5% dip in price, pushing almost a 5%, 0.62% dip price from last year. It's dipped a bit in prices, a little bit of a dip. And the condos themselves, a little over $600,000, and you're looking over a 4% dip in that price. Just under that, Milton area, we're going to the Oakville area here. Detached homes in the Oakville area, well over 1.7 million they're selling. They've taken a dip in price. Remember, the prices were a little, interest rates were different from last year, but the dip is 3%, almost pushing 4% dip in price. Uh, the semis themselves, a little over 1.1 million, and they just took a little dip, almost 1% dip from last year. As you can see, the townhomes there, almost pushing a $900,000 price range, but they've taken over 4% price deduction from last year, 2023, from September. These are September, December, year over year. Also, the condos, $646,000. They've taken a bigger dip. As you can see, it's over 6% in the Oakville area. We're going to the Peel region. I'll break down Mississauga. We're mostly Mississauga area too. Let's just break that down. As I can highlight that, detached homes themselves, well over $1.4 million. They've taken a dip from last year for 4%. Like I was telling you, buyers, is the time to get in. If I were you, we don't know what next year is going to bring us, but this is good negotiation from buyers with prices if I was buying. And we're starting to see a lot of buyers coming in, and we're working a lot of buyers into the market too. They're coming and reaching out to us. Single, semi-detached homes, about $1 million. They've taken almost well over 4%, pushing the 5% difference in price. Townhomes themselves, a little over 800,000, and it's a little over 6% in the price difference from last year in September. Condoms themselves, on average, $586,000, and they've taken almost 6% cut in from year over year. And then, guys, listen, I want everyone to understand, this is clumped in together. So all the data is clumped in, all condos are clumped in, all these detaches are clumped in. They take them as a whole. Every area, I'm telling you, it's a different market. You cross a major street, a house is a lot worth more than the other house there. And that's the thing we tell people. Like, you can't compare some homes with across a major street. There's bigger pockets in every neighborhood we know, a little bit more mature, and they don't sell fast, and a big demanding in the area. So this is just an overall view. If you want to know exactly what's happening in your market, your sub-market area, we can give those numbers to you and give an better understanding what's happening there. So we're going to have a guest coming on here. We're going to have Vince, our mortgage guy. He's going to break down all this information, that new stuff that's coming out with people and buyers come back in the market and how they can help them out with these mortgage stuff. So definitely stay tuned and listen to what Vince has to offer. We'll get more information on that shortly. Vince is coming on now within the next 30 seconds. So talk shortly. Hi, everyone. I just want to walk you through this one last chart here that I love looking at. I love to look at this chart. It breaks it down. It breaks down the year and it breaks down the month. And as you can tell, to walk here, we have it from 2011 and it goes up to 2022. And basically, you can see how the prices have increased. And on average, there's 90,000 lists sold, like sales transactions. On average, it happens every year in the greater Toronto area, which is the whole, as you can tell. I do like looking at this. Just wanted to walk you through this stuff on the monthly statistics from 2024. Gives us a little bit of breakdown here as a whole, but it's something good to take a look at. Just wanted to show that to you guys. Zoom in here a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but something good to take a look at. And if you guys want a breakdown of your sub neighborhood, we can give that to you. Listen, our team here, we have data. We deal with data. Times have changed. You have to price the house correctly, guys. I'm sorry to break the news to all you people. Everyone always look in the past and like, oh, it was sold. That was back then. Trains left. It's different. The market's different. You have to price it correctly. And here we have a plan for every person we deal with, every homeowner we sell the house to. We have a plan. We know what we're doing. We deal with data and we price the house correctly. That is key. And we do a bunch of other marketing stuff. We have $1 million marketing plan for every person and show like those days of selling the house back in the day is, putting the sign in the lawn and putting on an MLS and, praying to God, go sell it. Those days are done. You got to have a plan. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to market the home and get exposure. And you got to price the house correctly. Work with an agent that knows what they're doing, is going to be honest with you and tell you exactly what it is. Don't get caught up with that. We call it buying a listing. There's agents that buy listings. They'll tell you, you'll say, oh, my house is 1.7. Realistically, they know, or I don't know, your house is about 1.6 million, roughly in that range. But they'll say yes to you because they're buying a listing and they know, what they're going to eventually do is keep reducing your home, which is going to make it look bad. And then the buyer is not going to want it. They think there's something wrong with your home. It's got something wrong. You got cooties or something. Sorry. There's something, an issue with your home, and they don't want it. And then you have the bottom feeders that come in and lowball you. That is key, guys. You got to price those correctly. But just wanted to walk you, sorry, went on a little rant there, but just wanted to walk you guys through this. Just a good numbers thing. I'm a numbers guy. I love numbers. Numbers are the key. Numbers do not lie. I want to tell that to everyone. Numbers do not lie. So I hope that helps out. If you want a breakdown of your area and what's happening exactly in your neighborhood, not like a little pocket, we can get that data for you, get that crunch the numbers out for you exactly. That is not a problem here at the Bekavac team. I hope it helps out there. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have Vince's coming on. He's going to break down what's going on in the mortgage market and give you some more information. A lot of good news is coming out for you buyers and everyone looking to get refinancing mortgage. So stay tuned. He's coming on very shortly. We'll have him on right now. He's coming on. Well, everyone, here we go. We got Vince here on the team, the best mortgage broker here. Vincenzo in Italian. He's our guy. He's part of the team. If you have any questions, he has the answers. So, Vince, if no one else, subscribers do know you, then the ones who don't know you, you will detail who you are.
Thank you, Yuri. My name is Vincent Nguyen. I am a mortgage agent level 2 with Mortgage Architects. I serve all over the GTA. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and I love what I do.
Good. I want everyone to explain, and Vince explained this to me, what a mortgage broker level 1 and 2 is for people that don't know. This is something you should listen to.
So the level 1, level 2 is actually a new thing, Yuri. They introduced it last year in a response to, during COVID, a lot of private mortgages, not just the private institution mortgages, the mom and pop lenders, the lenders that may have dipped into equity and lent it out. Mortgage institutions were finding that a lot of them were defaulting. And it's because of a lack of experience and understanding on both parties. As a mortgage agent, my job is not just to protect the borrower, but the lender as well. And if the lender ends up being a mom and pop, they got to be protected too, right? So the big difference is a level 1 agent has been a mortgage professional for under a year, and they have not passed their private mortgage course. As a mortgage agent level 2, I have completed the course. I have at least 2 years experience, which allows me to deal with private mortgages as well, right? Level 1s, they cannot deal with private mortgages. They have to deal with, or they would have to work with a level 2 or higher agent to get that deal done. Whereas an agent like myself, level 2, I can deal with private lenders directly.
Amazing. And he explained this to me a while ago, and I wanted you guys to understand that the difference why you want to work with Vincent. There's a difference in experience. So to keep that in mind, honestly, you guys got to work with experienced people. This is the biggest investment we're all doing. I hope that you understand that next time you're looking for a mortgage broker. Definitely reach out here to Vince. He's the best. Well, everyone, we have a big announcement. Everyone's aware of it. The Bank of Canada is coming out with its mortgage interest rate announcement, and we know it's going to be pretty big. What we hear in stats, and we know the key factor that Bank of Canada looks at is unemployment, which has gone up to 8%, and the other key factor they're looking at is inflation. Inflation's gone down under 2%, right, Vince?
Yep.
Also, the bank. The Americans, the bank, they bid a big interest rate hike by 0.5. So usually we follow suit. So that's something to keep an eye on this Wednesday. But Vince is going to walk you through what the rates are right now. And then he's got a chart he's going to walk you through from 6 months past the 5-year rates, what we see currently in today's market. So Vince is going to show you that shortly. And we're going to bring that up and he can walk you through that.
Hey guys, Vince here. Just we're gonna go over the most recent rates right now at Mortgage Architects, or in this case, the Money Mint. I've organized all of the lenders I'm currently working with and all their rates, starting from 3-year variable, 5-year variable, 6 months, all the way to 10-year. Naturally, these rates could be lower, right? Obviously, with negotiation and talking to the lender, we can bring your rates down. But this is the current rates right now before the rate drop, right? So as we can see, we'll go over some of the fixed rates first. The 1-year fixed and the 2-year fixed are quite high. We're sitting at maybe a 5 to 6%. Oh, my apologies, everyone. I want to reiterate that all these lenders here are all A lenders. They are all Schedule 1. As you can see, there's Scotiabank down here and TD as well. All of these lenders are all in the same category as TD and Scotia. The reason why you may not have heard of someone like Alterna or B2B is because they only provide mortgage products. They don't give out credit cards. You can't open a savings account with Coastal Capital Savings, okay? Sorry, maybe you can. They're BC. But as you can see, these guys don't give credit cards. Their main focus is mortgages. That's why you may not have heard of them, but that's why some of their rates could be better than the competition. Looking at Scotiabank, let's go with a 5-year fix. Scotiabank right now is 4.39. TD's rate is 4.49. We might know why it's a little higher than Scotia. We might not know why. But we compare the 4.39 to, let's say, a lesser known bank you might not know, B2B. I've worked with them on multiple deals. They're great lenders. They're on the same category as Scotia, and they are a 0.1 lower. These are little things that a mortgage agent can shop around for you and find the best rate for you. Circling back to the current rates we're looking at right now, for a 5-year fix, which is generally the lowest rate product available by the lender, we're looking at a low 4% right now, 4.3, 4.2. I wouldn't take you here. 4.2, 4.2. I wouldn't take you here. 5.29. A little too high over there. But as you can see, we're sitting at around the mid to low 4s. If we're anticipating a 0.5 drop, these rates will be sitting at high 3s, which will be very enticing for the market right now. A big factor for the rate drop is for all my variable mortgage owners right now. A 0.5 drop for you can be a drastic savings in money. Right now, the current 5-year variable is prime minus anywhere from 0.5 to 0.9. As you can see, Scotia and TD being the leading banks are minus 0.75 and prime minus 0.81. The current prime rate is 6.45. As you can see, all of these will be scheduled, are going to go down by at least 0.5%.
Well, everyone, I hope that was very informative to you as it was for me. Vince is the best. This is why he's part of the team. We have the best people here looking for your best interest that you can trust. And we only put people on the team that we work with that we trust, honestly, and they're there for your best interest. I love listening. Vince always breaks this down to me. My eyes always open up. Wow, it's amazing. It's great for you guys. Great news. And it's going to be a lot of good news coming up this Wednesday also. So thanks, Vince, for breaking that down. We're going to go break down another thing is Freeland came out with something, and then I've been reached out from a lot of people too, or clients asking what she was talking about. And this is why we have Vince here. He's going to break this down to you, what she was speaking about this minimum breakdown of purchasing and stuff. So we're going to watch the video, and then Vince is going to break that down for you guys so you have a better understanding in layman's term, because we know she's kind of confusing me too when I was listening to her, my clients. So, all right, so we're gonna watch this video. So I hope this help out. It's gonna explain. Vince is gonna break that down for you guys. All right, so we have the video up here, and we're gonna play it. Just listen to what she says, and after the video, Vince is gonna break it down to exactly what she's talking about because it is confusing. All right, so let's listen to what she has to say. Well, here we go. Vince is going to break down what Fleean spoke about. So, Vince, the floor is yours.
So she used a lot of words just to say nothing's really changed. What December 15th is going to happen is they're going to raise the limit on insured mortgages. Currently, the limit is 1 million. If you buy a property for 1 million, you have to put down 20%. If you buy a property for 900,000, the first 500 is 5%, which is 25,000. The remaining difference from 500,000 to purchase price, that is going to be 10%. On December 15th, when the limit goes to 1.5 million, nothing changes. The first 500K is 5%. And from 500K to purchase price, which is 1.4 million, is 10%. Anything 1.5 million or higher, 20% down. She'd use a lot of words to say that nothing's really changing.
Well, I hope that explained in layman's terms. Thank you, Vince, because now I understand a little bit better because, well, I always talk to you anyways. You do explain it to me. So clients, they asked me too. They reached out. I've segued over to Vince to explain it better because this is his field. And I hope that helped out and it answered a lot of those questions that people had there. Let's go.
So you've asked me questions. It's my turn to ask you.
Absolutely. Shoot away, big guy.
In 3 days, we have an anticipated 0.5 rate drop. As you guys saw, the rates can go to high 3%, right? What kind of impact do you think this rate drop is going to happen in the current market, given that the stock supply has not gone up?
Great question, Vince. So what we're seeing, I think it's going to have an impact, but we're seeing impact right now. We had the stock for homes last month were higher. We're starting to see them move. Buyers are coming in, as you were. A lot of the mortgage rules changed, right? Where it gives buying power and helping the buyers to buy too right now. So they are coming back in the market. And I think that's going to cause a big impact with buyers too. And I think that a lot of inventory will start to shrink. And it's given negotiations with buyers. We're on the market all the time. We're working with buyers and sellers, and we're seeing it on both ends. Buyers are now coming in, gives them negotiation rooms. Buyers are having a little bit more power, but with the rates coming down a bit more, it's giving them more power to buy too. And as you're aware, the rates come down, the buyers have a little bit more money to play with, and they'll making those purchases on the home. So I do see the inventory shrinking. Absolutely. That was a great question, Vince. So guys, I hope this helped you guys out. What Vince has walked you through, what I've walked you through, and giving some information. If you have any other questions, and people do have many questions and stuff, like you can reach out. If you want to get in contact with us, what's happening in market, how we can help you out, and when's a good time to put it on the market and sell your home and walk you through our process of that $1 million process of selling your home. Or you want to go refinances, or you need help for financing, we have Vince on the team. He's great. He can definitely help you out, as he explained what a level 2 and level 1 mortgage broker is, which you definitely listen to that. You need an expert. You need an expert at selling and buying, and an expert for a mortgage broker to help you out in this market, because it is the biggest investment you're going to take is purchasing a home. So I hope that helped out. Subscribe if you're new on below, and I wish you all the best, and wait till next month for our next market update.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.